Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto, and welcome to a little bit of a midday / evening market update. In general, not much is going on. I mean, here you can see the chart of Bitcoin, and there's just not that much to report on. But the thing is that right now, what is true is that the volume in the markets is very, very low. The volume right now for Bitcoin is 13 billion. What is it? It has to update for a little. But no, the volume is under $13 billion. Very low across the market. It's also very, very low. So what usually happens, a new week is starting. So new capital flows into the markets. New positions are opened. So that means we will get volatility and some big moves across the board. All right. Whether those moves are going to be bullish or bearish, that's kind of the thing we are waiting for, and that's the main thing we have to analyze, and the main thing we have to, well, kind of await, all right? Because sometimes, especially those moves at the start of the week, can be very, very unpredictable. So initially, what I want to tell you is be careful, all right? Be careful trading a Sunday. Be careful trading a Monday morning. They are very, very volatile. And the last Monday was also very volatile. We were relatively bullish over the course of the weekend, got a big spike, and then since then, we turned relatively bearish. So who knows what can happen? Now over the weekend, we've been relatively bearish, or at least we haven't been strong. And that's still the case right now. I mean, if you look at the open interest for Bitcoin, the spot buying has bottomed a little bit. So that's a slight bullish confirmation, I would say. At least you can see it like that. But there's by far not enough confirmation to say whether we are going to go up or down. And if you look at the trend, down is most likely, potentially with some sort of a move up, but that remains to be seen. In general, the main thing I think you need to look at, and that's also the main thing I'll look at, and I will report on, of course, because I will keep you updated on this, is that open interest. At this moment, if you zoom out, I would say Bitcoin is more bearish than bullish. We are consolidating. But even in that consolidation, we are making lower highs and lower lows right here. So when there's no other proof that the current situation is going to change, it's most likely to assume that it will continue and that we'll see more bearish momentum. But all right, so that's kind of what we're waiting for. Ultimately, what we want to see is the open interest to rally. If that starts to rally, we can be bullish, and that's when you should trade. Apart from that, and we'll get into the best cryptos to trade in a moment. Apart from that, we have some big news next week on Wednesday, just so you know, coming with the inflation rate and the CPI. That's going to be very important. I'll keep you updated on that as well, both on Wednesday, but also the days leading up to that. If the inflation rate is lower than expected, that's a major bullish catalyst. All right, so then we can actually get some more bullish momentum, and we have a real reason to be bullish. So you should know that. And apart from that, let's now get into a little bit more of the fun stuff. And that's cryptos that you can trade right now. All right, because you can still trade cryptos. I mean, for most cryptos, I would wait to see what Bitcoin does, because that's quite 50-50. And if Bitcoin turns bullish here, there's a lot to trade. But even today, I'll just name some cryptos that I think are good to trade. Portal, if it's able to get some sort of a breakout. So most of these coins need to get a bullish breakout, but some of them are pretty close. But Rune, for example, got a bullish breakout, so that already broke out. But in general, like I said, very risky to trade on a Sunday. But then you have a coin like Portal. If that gets a breakout, that's pretty good. Phantom is relatively strong, but probably not that interesting. ARPA was showing some interesting price action right here. If that breaks out above 7.5 cents, for example, interesting. AVO, if that breaks above 1.3, interesting. If Core is able to break above 1.8, that's interesting. So a lot of these coins. UMA is also breaking out right here. You can see that there's a major resistance level at 4.3. It seems like, even though the 4-hour time frame candles in about an hour, it seems like we'll break that. Apart from that, also gaining quite a lot of momentum and spot buying. So that's interesting. UMA is very interesting, apart from Rune. And then apart from that, there are some cryptos that are gaining some real momentum outside of those, like Band, AP3. But they're all very relatively risky coins to trade and a bit of manipulated cryptos to trade. All right, so if there's like 2 cryptos or 3 cryptos I think you should focus on, it's Rune, it's UMA, and it's probably still Teller. even though that's been relatively quiet. So that's what I think you need to know for now. Apart from that, you should mostly wait for Bitcoin to find some sort of a direction. If it does find that, great, and we can move on, and we can take some real trades. But for now, still be careful, and just in general, also with the coins I mentioned, be careful trading them. But those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know for now. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care, and bye.